Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Sunday, October 12. And like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, good morning. How's that coffee hitting the spot today?
Morning, David. It's doing the trick, that's for sure. Gets me ready for whatever the day throws at me. Yours?
Black and strong, just like I need after staying up late prepping for that sales pitch. Anyway, you catch any headlines this week? The world's been buzzing.
A few, yeah. I scroll through during my train ride in. What's on your mind first thing?
Let's kick off with some international politics. I read in the Wall Street Journal about the French government facing a no-confidence vote. It passed, and now Prime Minister Michel Barnier's out after just a few months. Happened around the 4th, I think. Parliament couldn't agree on the budget, so boom, government's down.
Oh yeah, I saw that on CNN too. It's the first time since 1962 that a French government fell this way. With all the economic woes like high debt and protests, it was building up. Do you figure it'll shake up our dealings with French clients?
You bet it could. Sales in Europe might hit a snag if there's more instability. We rely on steady partnerships, you know? No one wants to sign deals when elections are looming.
True. As a project manager, I worry about supply chains. If politics disrupts trade, our timelines get pushed back. It's all connected these days.
Exactly. To be honest, it makes me glad our company's US-based, but we can't ignore it. Anyway, speaking of connections, how about that tech news? The Nobel Prize in Physics went to 3 guys for quantum stuff. The New York Times covered it on the 7th.
Right, John Clark from the UK, Mitchell H. Devoret from France, and John M. Martinis from the US. They got it for discovering how quantum tunneling works in big electrical circuits, not just tiny particles. It's like proving quantum mechanics scales up.
Yeah, tunneling particles slipping through barriers like magic. Their experiments showed energy jumps in circuits, paving the way for better quantum computers. Imagine crunching sales data in seconds.
It's groundbreaking, but I'll admit, the details go over my head a bit. Still, it means faster tech for everyone. Our IT projects could evolve with quantum sensors or secure comms.
You're right, it's sci-fi turning real. In sales, I'd love quantum tools to predict client needs. No more gut feelings. Keeps the competition on their toes.
Definitely. By the way, it ties into that French angle too, one winner's French. Even amid their chaos, shows science marches on.
Good point. Now, on a different note, I came across this Pew Research study in the Washington Post, fresh from the 10th or so. It's about how Americans get their news, and there's a huge political divide.
The one showing Democrats trust mainstream sources like CNN and the New York Times way more? Yeah, about 70% of them use those regularly, compared to just 20% of Republicans.
Spot on. Republicans lean toward Fox or social media. It's widening the gap, making conversations tricky. In the office, we have to navigate that carefully.
Absolutely. I've seen it in team huddles, folks from different sides argue over facts. As PM, I push for neutral ground to keep projects on track.
Me too. Last week, I emailed a client update and double-checked the sources to avoid bias. Stay in the loop without stirring pots.
Smart move. Actually, it affects remote work too. Virtual meetings can amplify misunderstandings if news views clash.
Tell me about it. Anyway, wrapping up the news, that French vote reminds me of our own budget meetings. Tight deadlines everywhere.
Don't get me started. My team's swamped with a quarterly review. Working remotely helps, but these coffee breaks recharge me.
Same here. Catch-up like this keeps me motivated. Oh, and that quantum prize, think it'll boost stock prices for tech firms?
Possibly. Investors love breakthroughs. Our company might invest in quantum training down the line.
Fingers crossed. On the news divide, it's why I stick to balanced reads. Keeps me informed without the drama.
Wise, to be honest. I try to mix sources too. Helps in managing diverse teams.
Yeah. So how's your project going? Hitting those milestones?
Steady progress, but hurdles with vendors. Need to touch base with suppliers soon.
I feel you. My sales pipeline's heating up, but paperwork's a drag. Call it a day early if we wrap up fast?
Tempting. Anyway, that Pew study, it says younger folks bridge the gap more. Good sign for the future.
Optimistic take. In our office, the mix helps. No echo chambers here.
Glad for that. By the way, coffee's gone cold. Refill?
Nah, I'm good. Gotta dive into emails. Let's loop back after the stand-up meeting.
Sounds perfect. Have a solid morning, David.
You too, Alex. Talk later.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.